You throw it onto a skillet, flip it, you're done. What is up, guys? I got another video for you here today on my daily videos I've been doing lately because I don't have a job, I'm unemployed, I have nothing going for my life, and I'm really just desperate and lonely for people's attention. This video has crossed the wavelengths of YouTube and has found its way to me. I find it interesting because, as you know, I used to live in Canada, and the title really appealed to me. Don't come to Canada if ... 6 dots. Now, I'm no texting linguist, but usually 3 dots implies something else. 2 dots is a mistake. 1 dot is a period. When you got 6, you're really leaning into something deep.
Come to Canada if you don't want to do survival jobs. It's really hard to get a good office job here. You have to work in grocery stores, factories, as a security guard, you have to work in gas stations, and it will help you to pay your bills.
Oh goodness, for good heaven's sakes! You move to a new country, you can't get a cushy office job right away, you have to work like a blue-collar job? Oh my gosh, how bad can this country possibly be? Or any Western country that you have to work at a gas station, for crying out loud. The humanity!
Don't come to Canada if you're thinking that you will get job in the next day. It's a long process. It takes a couple of months, from a couple of months to 6 months or 7 months.
Are you kidding me? I mean, the only reason I don't have a job ASAP right now is because I don't want to work at McDonald's. Even living in Canada, you can get a job within an hour. You just gotta walk to the nearest freaking McDonald's and apply. 6 months? Don't come to Canada if you don't want to get a job within 6 months. 6 months? You can apply for a credit card that gives you a $100,000 spending limit, and they'll approve you within 2 days. Are you telling me you seriously can't get a job at your little Tim Hortons place right there? You can't get a job there in less than a month? It takes you 6 months to get a job? What kind of freaking society are you living in?
And be ready to drive Uber.
Hey guys, don't come to Canada if you do not have the habit of doing things on your own and if you rely on your maid or your mom or your partner.
What country did you come from where you have a freaking maid? The last place I checked was the Queen of freaking England that had a maid. I know they're probably just from India or something. Gee whiz. Don't come to Canada if you want a maid. Gosh. Are you seriously that inept about being a human being that you don't know how to pick up your own mess? Can you not wipe your own butt crack? Do you need a maid to do that too? Don't come to a Western country if you can't afford to have someone do something very basic life skill for you.
To do your daily chores like washing clothes, washing utensils, brooming or mopping floors, because you won't have an option of hiring a maid over here. If you already have a maid back there at home, it's the right time you start doing things on your own, because that's what I did before. Like 2 months before coming here in Canada, I started doing everything myself so that I won't feel homesick once I'm here and I won't miss mom for that. So yeah, give it another thought.
So wait, okay, hold up. You decided to start doing things on your own 2 months before you moved to another country just so you wouldn't feel homesick about not having a maid? My mom would have whooped my butt if I didn't make my bed in the morning and if I didn't pick up my Legos. My mother would make me go pick my own switch off a tree to beat myself with in front of her while saying, "I'm sorry, Mom." You're feeling homesick because you don't have a maid.
Hey guys, don't come to Canada if you are afraid of cold.
You know what? I'm gonna totally agree with them on there. Don't go to Canada if you are afraid of the cold, because that is just, it's brutal up there.
Guys, don't come to Canada if you are not comfortable to use public transport. Back home, we are used to travel by our own vehicles or car. But over here, at the beginning, you have to use public transport.
Then get a car. You don't have to use public transport in Canada. I know Winnipeg is like the highest crime rate in Canada, but the majority of people have their own cars or transport of some sort. Nowhere in the laws of Canada does it say you have to be part of public transport to live there.
And one more thing I want to share with you guys, getting your driving license is not an easy task.
Yes, it is. It's a very easy task.
It can take approximately 8 months to 1 year.
8 months to 1 year? Look, I know the DMV sucks. It takes like 3 hours to sit around and do nothing, but it doesn't take 8 months to a year to get a driver's license. I mean, you can get a permit when you're like 14 or 15. You turn 16, bada bing, bada boom. I got my license the morning I turned 16. I walked in and I got it and I walked out. Took me like 2 hours. I did it even before I went into school that day. It takes you 1 year to get a license? Are you that dumb when it comes to stopping at red lights?
So prepare your mind that you have to use public transport.
No, you do not. You do not have to use public transport. You were just so stuck up about having a maid do everything for you in your life, you never took the time to learn how to drive for your own, so now you're stuck with having a creepy, pedophile kind of bus driver drive you around everywhere.
Don't come to Canada if you don't want to learn basic cooking.
Don't come to Canada if you don't want to learn basic cooking. Is it that hard to pour ramen into a pot of boiling water, dump some sriracha, whatever, ranch if you're a freak, the powder it comes with, and stir it? It's that hard? It's not, to cook a patty. When I was up there, it was like people were amazed if you could cook a cheeseburger. You throw it onto a skillet, flip it, you're done. That's literally it for a cheeseburger. What kind of basic cooking skills are you missing?
There is no concept of maid in Canada. It is very expensive and no one is here to help you with cooking.
Here's another one of those maid things. How rich were you when you came to Canada that you had a maid? Why'd you even come to Canada if you had so much money and time that you could sit at home, never cook, never clean, never have to drive? Why did you even come to this abomination of a country if you're sitting pretty back where you're from?
I'll break down my points. The first thing is, if you're a very pampered kid at the house, so it will be very difficult for you to share the accommodation with others, and you have to do all the stuff on your own, like cleaning and washing the dishes, and even you have to clean your washrooms and cooking. So
Who was doing this stuff for you? Where did you have your own house? That's what she's saying. They had their own house, so they're not used to going into like a 5-bedroom apartment or something and sharing it like a dorm with other people. That they're not used to doing that and having to clean up things themselves. Where are you from that you didn't have to do anything for your life and you had your own house?
Hello, hi everyone. Don't come to Canada if you don't want to pay the higher taxes. But
Amen, brother. Don't go to Canada if you don't want to if you don't want to pay the taxes.
compared to the USA, Canada is having high taxes on everything like groceries, house rent, and everything, and you cannot avoid the tax. So if you don't feel like giving the tax to the government, don't come to Canada. But always remember, when you are giving the tax, those are coming with some benefits.
Wrong.
When you are getting the free medicals
No, you are not.
other free things like and other free things like education for your children, education for yourself.
Okay, you tell me when I was up there and I went broke because I couldn't afford college, where the hell was my free education?
These taxes actually giving you extra benefits.
No, they give benefits to dudes like you that immigrated from some other country or you're super wealthy already. I didn't get anything.
And for these taxes, you're also getting like every year government is giving you the GST return. So end of the year you're gonna get some money. And for these taxes, you're also getting like every year government is giving you the GST return. So end of the year you're gonna get some money.
No. That's not even how it works.
Don't come to Canada if you cannot follow rules or laws, because Canada is all about following rules, such as while you are driving, while you're crossing a street, etc. etc. If you really cannot follow rules, because there is a penalty for every sort of breaking a rule.
Is there not a rule where you're from? Where are they from? Are they from Narnia? There are no laws or rules they have to follow. A maid will magically wake you up in the morning, cook you breakfast, and clean everything, and you get your own house, and you never have to learn to drive because you can just fly everywhere with your fairy wings? Where are you from? Woman, please tell me, where the heck are you from that none of this stuff is just basic human, knowledge? Look, man, don't come to America if you want to be able to get rich quick. Don't come to America if you want to be able to get a license in less than a week. Don't come to America if you want to have cheap food and cheap everything. Don't come to America if you only want to pay $500 a month for a 3-bedroom apartment. Yeah, just don't come to America because we're better than Canada.